What's up, y'all? It's DJ Brian, and you're listening to Drive-In on TBS Efm 101.3. And the week is half over. Can you believe that already? Time flies so quickly. But here at the Drive-In, I make sure that your week is enjoyable. That's my job. Brian Ju likes to make you guys have a great time here at the Drive-In. And before it gets to Friday, I hope you guys are doing a well amount of work at your offices or, schoolwork. For all the younger people who are listening to right now through their smartphones, I hope you guys are doing well in school. And you want to talk about the first song today. And today's first song comes from a film starring Will Smith called Wild Wild West, which was released in 1999. Yes, in this steampunk version of the Old West. And it's really interesting that Will Smith decided to do this film instead of playing Neo on The Matrix. So check it out. This is Wild Wild West from the Wild Wild West original soundtrack, sung by Will Smith. Check it out.
Wild Wild West.
Welcome back to the Drive-In with your boy Brian Ju, the go-to guy for the next hour. And right now, you're listening to the Drive-In on TBS EFM 101.3 in Seoul and the surrounding areas, and GFN 98.7 in Gwangju and 93.7 in Yeosu. I'm your host, Brian Ju. Just letting you guys know. By now, you should know who the host is of the Drive-In. Anyway, you can contact us at the studio at 02778-1013, or send us a text at #1013 for a charge of 51, or send us a nice email at efmdrivein@gmail.com, or simply just send us a tweet at efmdrivein. And make sure you guys leave requests for movies. Movies are the only type of requests that we take here. Also TV shows, of course. It can't be just any pop track. It's got to be from a movie or a TV show. And we also have a message board on our webpage, so make sure you come to our message board as well. Go to tbsefm.soul.kr. Scroll down to the program list to the Drive-In, and you guys can write as long as you want. Give us a shout out. Give us requests. Talk about the show. Talk about what you want. We're here to listen. Anyway, now it's time for the scene of the day. Now, I know it's time for the scene of the day, and there's one type of movie that we haven't talked about here on the Drive-In, and it's the buddy cop movies. And today's scene comes from one of the funniest buddy cop movies ever. This one was so popular, it spawned 2 sequels. And we're talking about Rush Hour from 1998, starring Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan. Funny movie. This film kind of broke ground because usually the buddy cop pairs a jock and a nerd, or a white guy and a black guy, or even an old cop and a young cop. But this time around, they use a cop from Hong Kong as the main character, and he teams up with another black cop, incompetent black cop. Yes, there are a lot of stereotypes in this film because I think the film was actually laughing at itself, and other films have, played off of it. And if you watch this film, it's a really, really funny film. Especially if you're in a bad mood, I recommend this film. And there's one scene in particular where Carter and Lee are driving around and the stereotypes get a little out of hand, so let's take a listen.
Do that to the beach for? Hell no!
You gotta love Chris Tucker. He is so funny in this movie. And this scene, to be honest, this is kind of like me and my friends. I'm more like the Chris Tucker type of person. If somebody touches my radio, they're gonna get their finger snapped. That's the rule in my car. You do not touch my radio. And Carter's the same way. He's particular about his music. Don't ever touch his radio or else. Matter of fact, if you're listening to the Drive-In, please don't touch the radio right now. Stay tuned because Brian Ju is on air. Anyway, an interesting thing about the movie is that Chris Tucker was so happy to work with Jackie Chan that he kept on calling him by his real name instead of his character's name, Lee. And there's so many outtakes. If you watch this film, it's hilarious. And where Tucker he keeps calling him Jackie instead of calling him Lee. And there's also a scene where Chris Tucker was supposed to say thank you in Chinese, which is shishini, but he kept on flipping it around and saying nini shi, and he couldn't get it right. And Jackie Chan kept laughing at him because, Jackie had to study up on his English, and he has to do a lot of English in this film, where Chris Tucker can't even remember one line in Chinese. Anyway, this film is really great and definitely one of the funniest films of all times. One of my favorites. So let's listen to a song from the film. You heard it actually in the car scene just now. And this is Jay-Z with Can I Get a What from the Rush Hour original soundtrack.
Bounce.
Yeah, Can I get a what? Rush Hour original soundtrack. That was Jay-Z with Can I Get a What? One of the songs that hypes me up in the club, makes me want to dance. Anyway, coming up on today's show, today is Musical Wednesdays, and I'll talk in depth about a musical just in a moment. Before that, we have Eugene coming to the studio for Behind the Screen, but both will happen after intermission. So right now I want to talk about the next song, which is requested by Maki, and this is from the 1990 film Ghost, starring Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore, and Whoopi Goldberg. I know you guys remember this film where Patrick Swayze dies trying to save his wife and then returns as a ghost. Kind of creepy in a way, but then romantic at the same time. And the only one who can see him is Whoopi Goldberg's character. This movie is, of course, remembered for the scene where Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore are making out while she's making a clay pot. And they get a little messy because the clay gets everywhere. So, check it out. This is a song from the movie requested by Maki. And this is Unchained Melody by Righteous Brothers. Whoa. Amazing song. Makes you want to get all rowdied up and everything. And right now we have another song request from 3662. And the next song is from the 1960 French film Plein Soleil, or in English it's called Purple Noon. And it's based on the book The Talented Mr. Ripley. I'm not sure if you read this book. Personally, I don't really read that much, even though I should. But I'm definitely going to watch this movie because I love movies that much. So anything recommended, I do watch. So anyway, this is the song from Purple Noon original soundtrack. Here's Nina Rota, 태양은 가득히. Welcome back to the drive-in. Now it's time for Behind the Screen with your man Eugene. What's up, Eugene?
How's it going, Brian?
Everything's going well.
I don't have a rhyme for you today. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
My bad.
Think about it. We should both come up with rhymes now.
All right.
I'm gonna do it for every guest on our show.
Okay, but I'm
Yes.
gonna put you on the gun, Brian.
Well, you could use Brian Jew, his last name.
Oh yeah. Because he's so cool.
Brian Jew, because he's so cool. Yes, very Ebonics too. Anyway, now it's time for Behind the Screen. You have some news for us, don't you?
It is the 13th anniversary of Fly to the Sky's debut.
Oh, you remembered, but
Yeah.
you came empty-handed.
I didn't actually. I give me 5.
This is our.
No, now my hand has your hand in it.
Actually, I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna leave the studio today. You're gonna have like this amazing limousine rental service pick me up, take me to a nice restaurant, and have a nice meal. Right?
How romantic.
That's kind of weird, isn't it? That's kind of weird if you did that for me.
Yeah, I guess it would be. No. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you very much.
I wish if Fondy were here, I would also offer him congratulations.
I'm pretty sure he's probably listening right now
Oh yeah.
through his smartphone,
Oh,
doing his
okay, good.
military duties.
I didn't know you could do that in the military, but that's great. Yeah. So again, congratulations. You guys have been one of the pioneers of K-pop, I would say. And,
Very long time.
But
The funny thing is, if we didn't debut in 1999 this month, we'd be considered the 2000 era.
oh
But we're
right.
still considered the 90s.
Oh,
K-pop
that's
group.
true. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, well, the 90s, I like the 90s, especially SM at that time was really good. But you
Thank
could
you.
talk about K-pop for a long, long time, but I think the K-popular girls might get angry at us for that. So let's
Oh, yeah,
go into
yeah,
the
that's
movie.
true.
Let's go into the movie news. The first news, a lot of people who like this segment, they want to hear like the juicy gossip and everything. So,
We love juicy gossip.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, better known as Buffy the Vampire Slayer, you might remember, and her husband, Freddie Prinze Jr., they had a second child in September, right?
Wait, I thought they split up. They had another child? Wow.
Yeah, they had another
Okay.
child in September, but they were not revealing the name. But a
Okay.
few days ago, they finally revealed it. The boy's name is Rocky James, so Rocky James Prince, I assume.
Okay.
They don't say why Rocky was chosen, but James is Prince's middle name, so it's Freddie James Prinze Jr., I guess.
Oh, that's why I got mixed up. I was thinking Sarah Michelle Gellar, and I mixed her up for Reese Witherspoon.
Ah, right. Reese Witherspoon. Okay.
I love Reese Witherspoon. Anyway,
Yeah. So they also have a daughter who's also named Charlotte Grace, and they've been married for about 10 years. So that's pretty rare for a Hollywood marriage that it would last that long, right? Because usually the celebrities seem to like get these really short marriages and they just divorce quickly. So
don't jinx them now. But if they're
no,
listening
I
right
don't
now-
want to jinx them. I wish them, a very happy, long, loving relationship, and I hope they continue it with. Yeah, that's the first news.
Okay.
Second one comes from this is more news about the movie that's out right now. As you know, Twilight. What is it? Breaking Dawn Part 2?
Yes.
Yeah, it's been really popular. It made $72 million on its release on Friday in the U.S.
Wow.
So that's just from one weekend. But they're saying it's not going to get as far as the second installment of the Twilight franchise, which was New Moon, made in 2009.
Okay.
And that movie, it got 142.8 million on the record for how much money it made.
On the opening week?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So there's no way it's going to get anywhere near that, unfortunately. But, I mean, you said you saw it, so do you think it is better or worse than that movie?
What happens with movies and sequels and stuff like that?
Yeah.
People rate it from the movie they saw beforehand. So they probably won't see it if they saw the one before. Because, to be honest, the one before wasn't to my liking that much. So that's why this movie, I didn't really want to see all that much.
Right.
But my friends, let's go see it as a group. And I was like, okay, went. And actually liked the movie.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I would also feel that same way about the Lord of the Rings movies because I saw the first one and I didn't like it at all, which is weird, right? Because most people would expect that I would like a movie like that, but I didn't like this, so I didn't watch the second or the third really. And people are telling me those are much better. So.
Actually, that's happening with Harry Potter too. The first one I liked, the second one I didn't like, so I didn't see the third one, but I saw the fourth one.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
It's funny you mentioned Harry Potter. They also mentioned that they said that usually the Harry Potter in the Harry Potter movies, the last one made the most money, right? But
that's weird.
They are saying that in Twilight, that's probably not going to be the case. And
we don't know just because it's opening week is different. But then, what if toward the end, when they're done playing this film on the cinemas, it'll make like $300 million? You never know.
You never do know. And actually, with a franchise like this, I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to like make a prequel or something like that later because people love this movie.
Well, if you watch this movie, you'll know that it's the end.
It's the end, of course. But I mean, like, it might expand the universe or something. Oh, the article that I read also had a new term for fans of Twilight. I don't know if you've ever heard this before. They call them Twihards.
Why?
Well, Twilight, Die Hard. Yeah, like if you're a fan of something, you're a diehard. So I would be
Twihard.
Right, Twihard. So that's pretty funny. I don't know. I thought that was pretty funny.
That'd be a really pretty name for a girl.
Twihard?
Hello, my name is Twihard. Because it sounds like Twitter.
Right.
You know? Twihard. So if you're a diehard Twitter fan, you would say
Twitterhard or something.
Twitterhard. Okay.
Twitterhard.
It's confusing.
Let's keep this G-rated. I'm just playing. The next one, next news comes from Japan. Actually, the actor and singer Yoon Sang-hyun, he held two fan meet sessions at Maihama Amphitheater in Chiba on November 13th. Now, Maihama Amphitheater is of course near the Tokyo Disneyland. Okay. So it was a big concert there, and he sang the song "I Believe I Can Fly" by R. Kelly. So he's like, "I believe I can fly." Okay. Anyway,
I'm hoping he didn't sing it like that, though.
well, I'm sure he's a better singer than I am.
I'm not judging you. You have your own style of singing,
which is not very good.
Don't ever, put yourself down. You sound beautiful.
Thank you. So do you.
Yes, thank you very
much better than me, obviously. Then he also wanted to publicize a movie that he will be in soon called Tone Deaf Clinic. Okay. And that's going to be released on November 29th in Korea. And he was trying to hope that it would get also screened in Japan. There's no guarantee that will happen. But he also promised that if the film exceeds 5 million views, then he will hold a concert in Japan for all the fans. So they were all very happy about that. And he said, it's really strange. I'm 40 and just now entering into film because he's been a long time TV actor and singer.
Okay.
So
I feel the same way. I've been in the music business for 13 years.
Okay. Have you been in movies yet, though?
No, but it was my first time doing a musical in the States. After 13
right.
Yes.
But you're not anywhere near 40, so...
No. I mean, actually, I'm closer to 40 than I am 20 now. That's the reality stinks. Well, I'm closer to 40 in age than I am to my 20s now.
Yeah, I'm about to be closer to 40 than 30, so... No, I got a few years before that.
You don't look it. You look about 50. So I'm joking.
Oh, thank you. That's great.
I'm just joking. I'm only saying that. I'm only teasing because today is my day. Yes. My 13th year.
I'm gonna have to ask you for maybe your fans can bring me some Depends or something, right? Because I'm
not that old. You have self-control. Your bodily function.
I still do. Okay, so we did get a request from Brian to Canada.
Really?
Because we wanted to celebrate your 13th anniversary for Fly to the Sky. So here's Fly to the Sky and Gummy with 사랑해요 우리 from the Love Phobia OST.
처음 울게 한 그대가 참 미워서 안 본다고 끝이라고 돌아서면 설수록 내가 더 미워져 그대가 그리워져 내가 날 울리며 지냈어
바람만 스쳐도 그대일 것 같아서 발부르트도록 기다려왔던 날 먼저 잡아주길 바람 좁은 내 마음도 다 그대라 못 잊겠어 I love you I love you 이별에 가까울수록 I need you I need you 사랑만 더 깊은 걸
알잖아 헤어져 사랑하는 일만큼 커다란 잘못은 없잖니
처음의 약속들 너무 쉽게 놓쳐서 정말 미안해 부디 날 용서해 그저 바라봐도 행복했고 더 주고 싶었던 마음이 이제 너지 않아 I love you I love you 이별이 가까울수록 I need you I need you 사랑만 더 깊은
미안해란 말도 나 사랑할 때만 쓸게
다시는 헤어지지 마
이젠 내 가슴에 안겨봐줘 그 전보다 넓고 그만 느껴봐
눈물로 깊어진 날 봐줘
눈빛도 우린 아는 걸
좋아했던 날만큼 그리워한 날만큼 믿어
사랑한 날보다
사랑할 날이 많은 걸
I love you I love you 다시 행복이 돼줄게 I need you I need you 나 그대 반이 돼줄게
끝까지 기억해 이별이 올 때마다
영원히
사랑해야
Musical Wednesdays. Today's musical is very political. It's about the beautiful wife of an Argentinian president, and the musical is called Evita. And it's based on the life of Eva Perón, wife of Juan Perón, who was the president of Argentina in the 1940s and 50s. And Evita was born into a poor family and was able to use her brains, wits, and feminine charms to work her way up the social ladder. The play shows her struggle into the upper echelons of Argentinian society, then focuses on her charity work. They often called her the spiritual leader of Argentina. The timeline is not linear, but because the musical opens with the funeral for Evita before we see her childhood, it's very interesting to watch. You need to watch this musical. It's a very great musical. And the first song from this musical is called Oh What a Circus, which plays during the media frenzy surrounding Evita's death. So check it out. Oh What a Circus. Once again, that was Oh What a Circus from the opening scene of Evita. Now, did you guys know that the man singing that song was the Latin heartthrob Antonio Banderas? I had no idea that was him either. Wow. That was a very interesting piece of knowledge right there for you guys who didn't know about this musical. Anyway, they made a movie out of this musical in 1996, and he starred in it as the narrator. Speaking of that movie, they also used Madonna as a leading role, who played Evita in this musical, but the film version. And Madonna did a lot of movies in the 1990s, and it almost seemed as she was prepared to go full-fledged into acting. But then in the 2000s, she pretty much went back into making music. Well, no review of Evita would be complete without Madonna singing Don't Cry for Me Argentina from the 1996 film original soundtrack. Once again, that was Don't Cry for Me Argentina by Madonna from the 1996 film version of Evita, not the musical version. It was a great song. Anyway, it's time to wrap up our show for this hour, but stick around because we have 1013 Main Street with An Jung-hyun next. And tomorrow, don't forget, it's Action Thursdays with Olivia. So check that out. But right now, I want to talk about the last closing song for the hour. And the next song comes from The Bodyguard and is requested by Kiyomi. The Bodyguard starred Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner. And to be honest, our writer Eugene wrote something on the script that I don't want to read out loud. He thought it was contrived, but I love this film. I love romantic movies. And of course, it's a movie. That's why you don't think about it too much. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the movie. So anyway, this is Whitney Houston singing I'll Always Love You from the Bodyguard original soundtrack requested by Kiyomi. And this is Brian Ju signing off, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.